Good morning, guys. I'm taking a walk through the bluebell woods, listening to the birds before I get busy with my day. So lovely. How is everybody? I think it's Saturday morning. Is it Saturday? I think it's Saturday. I'm losing my days. I'm standing under this structure that was built to do some little bushcrafty stuff and campouts and not campouts, family get-togethers and stuff, and just singing around the fire and things like that, and it's lovely. It's in the bluebell woods. So beautiful. There's I think it's the same in America, but there's rules on whether you live in an outdoor space, you have to get planning permission and things like that. But if you want to build something to enjoy, with your family and stuff, make some memories, sit around a little fire and do some singing, yeah, it's just wonderful to do that. So this has become a little retreat place for people to come and sit and ponder when they're walking through the bluebell woods. It's lovely, and I think it had a bigger tarp on the top of it at one point. But good morning, Patricia, and happy bank holiday to you. I'm in the woods, so I came across from into the woods this morning, and the first thing I saw was this young deer. It's just beautiful. I know in the past I've been showing you the coastline, but lately it's been the countryside. I'm not too far from the coastline. So we are getting things ready at Moynes Court for different Airbnbs and retreats and things. So there's a lot of cleaning and organising and painting. Dizzy's been putting the yurt back together. They built the yurt. There's been lots of action. Boys to be fed, meals to be cooked, things to be cleaned, toilets to be scrubbed. So it's very, very good to bring yourself out and immerse yourself in nature, because it's just beautiful. And lucky there's lots of trees so I can tinkle if I need to. How are you, Patricia? So I'm still plodding on. I've had to do one of those bladder diary things where you write down, what you've been drinking and how many milliliters you've been drinking and how much you've been tinkling, so that I can take it to my pelvic floor appointment on the 13th. And then on the 6th, I'm going to have my MRI. And then I'm going to a friary with my friend Alison and Anne, and spending 2 nights in Dorchester with my friend Alison, who I met in Pagham on the coast path many years ago. Look how beautiful this is. And it'll be really lovely to see her. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. And so that'll be really lovely. And then I'm going to Chippenham to help my friend a little bit. Naomi is 97, I believe, so I'm going to go see her and wash her hair and massage her feet and all of that. That'll be lovely. I've known them, Naomi and her family, for a long time in Chippenham, and I'm going to have tea with my friend Anne, who's lovely, and then obviously go with my foster sister Karen to see my foster mother, which will be fantastic. My foster mother taught all us girls, my 2 sisters and I, and her 3 biological daughters were her 3 foster sisters, how to clean, how to keep an organised house, how to cook, how to do all of that. And thank God she did, because I've been a right old scrubber lately, helping out the best that I can, because I get to live in this wonderful place while I'm healing. And what a lovely place. I know I've said it before. Oh, thank you so much. It has been, I'm not feeling sorry for myself, but it's been really difficult to go from walking 20 miles a day with my backpack on my back to to not be able to walk very far without having to need the toilet, and to having problems with my bowel movements and all of that. I think my back, I'm hoping the MRI says that my back is healed, I think, from moving around. I think if you stay stagnant, that somehow maybe I've, with my moving around, that the vertebrae is back in its place. So I'm hoping that. And I'm just working hard, helping and immersing myself in the nature. And, obviously you get people that are new on the blog and they say, this is supposed to be a walking post, blog, and why aren't you walking? And, well, those of you that matter know why I'm not walking. And those of you that ask questions in a rude way, I'm going to not listen. But those of you that ask me, I will tell you. Obviously, I'm not walking at the moment, but my heart is still with the RNLI. They are around the corner from here on the Jurassic Coast. In fact, at the moment, the lovely, lovely team from Ballycastle are in Poole, and a lot of their lifeboat stations, a lot of the RNLI crews that I've met on my journey come to Poole in Dorset, which is down the road, and Ballyglass, they are down the road doing their training in Poole. And I have said to any of them, if you get any free time, come up here and I'll show them around Durdledore and Lulworth Cove, because when I've gone along their coastline, they have been amazing to me. And obviously they're out there 24/7 rescuing. Yes, I don't put lots and lots of posts about the RNLI, but those people that know my walk, it knows that my passion is the coast and the fact that these selfless individuals are out there every single day. Hi, Kathleen Keane. So Kathleen lives near Blacksod Bay on the Mellet Peninsula in the Republic of Ireland. She let me know that her crew, where I camped across from their lifeboat station in Ben Mullet. I camped and I could see the lifeboat station in my tent, and I walked over the next morning. So anyway, yeah, it is. Oh, by the way, there is a man who, gosh, what's his first name? So there's a page on Facebook called Paws, P-A-W-S, and Pedals, or Pedals and Paws. So this gentleman, an amazing man, went through a really bad burn injury in 2024. And he has now got his dog, who has been like a therapy dog to him, and a trike. And he is triking around the UK coastline. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know why his name slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. But he is now on the Ayrshire coast, near Largs, Drossen, Stevenson. He'll be headed down towards Portpatrick, the Rins of Galloway. So if you see him on his trike, with his black Labrador, I think it's a Labrador, Paws and Pedals, please give him a shout, offer him a cuppa, or if you want to, follow his journey, because all of us coast people that walk the coast, trike the coast, hike the coast, run the coast, we all support each other. And also, don't forget, if you're not following Blue Wilson Walks the Coast, Blue Wilson is an amazing friend of mine that I met when I met Daniel McNeil, who walked the coast. Hello, Daniel. And Blue Wilson has a job and an elderly mother that she's taking care of. So she's walking the coast in between work and taking care of her mother. And she's doing it for sewage, Seas Against Sewage or something. But it's Blue Wilson Walks the Coast. So support them and support your RNLI. And also, if you're a retired person or a person that's got time, offer to go down and volunteer at one of their events, or maybe you could volunteer at one of the lifeboat shops, because they're always looking for people to run their little shops. And you get so many lifeboat enthusiasts that go in there and they want a hat. I actually found an RNLI hat the other day, a blue one with badges on it, for 50p in a charity shop the other day. So now I've got my pink one that RNLI Clifton gave me, which I was excited about, in the Republic of Ireland. And I've got another one, so if anybody wants to walk with me, we've got 2 hats now. You can wear a hat. Anyway, look at this. But for any of you that have problems with your bladder or your bowel, whether you have a stoma, whether you have to wear pads, whether you're at the age where you can't walk very far, it is absolutely sometimes so embarrassing and so degrading, because I was excited, you know, at 59, a year ago or so, I can't remember when, I was excited because I didn't have to wear pads anymore, because my periods were over and all of that, and I was like, yes, I can wear my big girl panties or my lacy knickers without having to wear these bulgy pads. And now I have to wear one because my bladder has been damaged because of the accident. And as a woman, sometimes it's a bit degrading and it's embarrassing. And to tell you, I've always been honest with you, and I used to, when I was in this area, I would get off the bus at Bowley's Cove and walk into Weymouth, but now I can't, so I get off, and I'm just going to be open with you. I've always been really, really open with you. For anyone that's having problems like that, so imagine the other day, so there's only one last bus back to Owamoyne in the evening, and I had 10 minutes to go, and I knew that I needed to go to the toilet. I knew that I had to quickly run into the toilet and tinkle so I could survive without needing to go on the bus journey on the way home. And I'm in the toilet, so I'm going to be graphic here because you have to be. It's all about reality in life, isn't it? So I'm in the toilet and I'm tinkling, and then suddenly my bowel decided to open. Well, to try. And I've literally got 10 minutes and I'm stuck there and nothing's coming out. And I'm thinking, I'm going to miss the last bus home. What am I going to do? You know, and you have to help yourself with your hands because the muscles are not working properly. And it was horrific to have to do that in a public restroom, and they've only got cold water and there's not much sanitizer, soap or whatever. Thank God I carry wipes with me. So you're quickly trying to maneuver this situation and sort it out and everything so that you don't jump on the bus smelling like doo-doo, and get yourself clean before you get on the bus. And those situations are very, very difficult. I know there's people going through worse things in the world, but to go from being healthy and walking and my bladder and my bowel and my back being okay to finding myself in situations where I'm having to pull my own shit out of my ass, it is not nice. So for those of you who ask me why I'm not walking and why I'm not on my journey, then I'd like for you to put a big backpack on your back and have to take it off every 5 minutes to go to the toilet, or to find yourself in the middle of somewhere and you can't, you know, your body's not working right. So I'm doing my best, and, you know, I've had other trials and tribulations, as we all do, you know, and even tough girls get tears. But thank God for the wonderful MRI doctor, Dr. Oliver, who's doing my MRI on the 6th. And thank you, Chris, who talked to me the other day, Chris from the pelvic floor team, the specialist team in Dorchester, and Nikki, the nurse. Thank God that Chris listened, and she didn't say to me, like one doctor said, oh, you know, you're 59, you've had 3 kids, you know, it's inevitable that your pelvic floor is going to be displaced and dropped or whatever, and da-da-da. It was fine before this accident. It's nothing to do with my age. I got to dye my roots. It's nothing to do with my age. And so, Chris, thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening, for asking me how I felt, what was happening, what my life was like before, and what this has caused, you know, this accident has caused my body. Thank you for understanding and listening. And I really look forward to seeing you on the 13th. I'm seeing lovely Chris, the pelvic floor specialist, and lovely Nikki, the pelvic floor nurse. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep my body moving here at Moynes Court, keep helping with the Airbnbs, keep cooking these little boys' lovely meals that come into my bedroom at night and give me the most massive cuddles. And yesterday, Sola got to talk to my grandson Sam in America, because Sam had drawn painted this beautiful picture of a dog. I'll put it on my blog. He's so talented, and it was so lovely. And they're a similar age, and to see them talking, the love and hugs I cannot give my grandchildren right now, I get to give these two little boys in this wonderful, wonderful place. And in turn, in November, I will then give that love to my grandchildren and to my son and daughter. And I'll go and see my daughter in Sheffield soon. She might need my help moving. So sometimes you're put in a place where you're meant to be. It's not the journey that you expected. It's a twist, and it's a turn, and it's a trip, and it's a challenge sometimes. But I believe that sometimes you're put where you're meant to be. And thank you for my amazing, amazing Flossie Posse, my inner circle of girls. I love you with all my heart, all of you, and my friend Gillian, my Canadian friend Gillian. So the Flossie Posse, Vanessa, Kath,